Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new, my name is Katie and on my channel I talk all things minimalism, personal finance and me, about my life. So if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing more videos of, then please hit that subscribe button. But today's video, as you would have seen in the title, is all about how we've been able to increase our net worth. So, I'm coming at you from my office today because I'm filming this in my lunch break. That's because I'm now officially back at work full-time. So I'm a full-time working minimalist mum and I get to work from home, so that's another bonus. But the reason that I've come back to work and I've come back to work full-time, the simple fact is that we used all of our savings up on my maternity leave and I need to work to provide for my family. So personal finance is really important because I'm not that wealthy yet. I would love to be wealthy. But now I'm back at work full time. I'm back on my full salary, getting my full wage every month. I'm not on the statutory maternity pay anymore. I'm really into the full swing of budgeting, and we're very lucky that we have lots of spare money at the end of each month after we've paid our bills and we've paid for things like childcare and some spending, and now that means we're able to save and invest again, so that's really exciting. One of the main ways that I am able to have financial goals and work towards reaching them is that I budget religiously every month and I track my net worth. I use a zero-based budgeting method, which means that I assign every penny that I get every month is assigned to something. So every penny that comes in has an end goal. So at the end of the month I don't have £0 in my bank account, but every single penny is accounted for somewhere, so there is no spare change flying about that could easily be spent on things that aren't important or don't add value to my life. This means that I log on to my bank account every single day to track every single penny into my incredibly simple spreadsheet. And once a month, I track my net worth in the same spreadsheet. And budgeting this way doesn't take very long. I've been doing it for a long time now. It takes me a couple of minutes a day. And then tracking my net worth takes me 10 minutes a month, because I only do it once a month. But if you've never heard of net worth before, let me explain what it is and how I calculate my net worth. So your net worth is your total number of assets minus your total number of financial liabilities. I also just want to caveat that none of what I'm going to say now is to make you feel bad or to brag. I just want to show you what being consistent in your lifestyle, being consistent in choosing things that you truly value over things that are useless can really achieve in a relatively short space of time, especially when you have other priorities. So for me, I have 100% prioritized being a mother, becoming a mother over financial independence, and that is totally my choice, and I am 1,000,000,000% happy with that. So I just want to say, I'm not saying you should have this amount of money as well, or trying to make you feel bad about if you're not doing these things, or to show off that I've been able to increase my net worth this much. I just want to show you the power of consistent habits, consistently learning about personal finance and putting these habits and mindsets into practice they can actually achieve real life results, and these are my real life results. So 99% of my financial assets are my workplace pension, where I contribute 7% and my employer contributes 12% in, for a total of 19% of my annual salary each month, which is very generous, very generous, and I'm really thankful for it. But my assets also includes a tiny bit of cash savings. Obviously, we just depleted everything that we had when I went on maternity leave, and then investments again were completely depleted to buy our cars outright rather than on finance when we found out we were pregnant and we needed a new car. But my financial liabilities are just the mortgage and our kitchen debt. So we have about £7,000 left to pay on the kitchen, and my financial goal for this year is to pay that off. And I include the mortgage in my liabilities because that is money owed to the bank, but I don't include our house value in my assets because it's so tangible. It's not very tangible. It's, completely dependent on the kind of buyer, the kind of market, mortgage, interest rates. So, it could be worth one figure one year and another figure another year. But also that's money I'm never going to see if we don't sell the house. So I don't include my mortgage, my house value in my assets, but I don't include my cars as an asset either. I mean, we would get money for them if we sold them, but again, it's not money that would then be used for things like saving and investing. It would just be, we'd probably just part exchange. So again, I don't feel like my car comes into the category of a financial asset. But the mortgage is definitely a financial liability because I do pay it every month, and if I can't not pay it, I mean, I suppose I could not pay it, but then I would lose my house, so that would be silly. So as I mentioned, I update my net worth spreadsheet every month, and over the last 3 years, and I can't believe it's actually real, but over the last 3 years, I have been able to increase my net worth by over £43,000. It's when you start getting into these sorts of numbers where the compounding effect really starts to take off. I mean, 99% of my financial assets are in my pension. As I say, we don't have any cash savings because we spent them all having Olivia and being on maternity leave. We paused all our investments and actually took all our investments out to buy our cars outright and not on finance. So we need to rebuild all our investments up again. But even though I've been on maternity leave for the last 10 months, my employer has continued to contribute the same amount into my pension, which is a benefit that I didn't know I had, but I'm so thankful that we do have it. But I paid £700 into my pension every month, and it grows by over £2,000 every single month now. And as compound interest takes more and more effect, that number is going to grow more and more and more, the bigger the number you get. And there's that saying the first £100,000 is the hardest, and then after that, it gets easier and easier. I'm already starting to feel that momentum, and all the years of budgeting, all the years of being a minimalist and not having things that other people would deem like normal, and being savvy and being more mindful of what we're spending, prioritizing saving and investing and saving for our futures in our pensions. It's just really starting to pay off now. and we're starting to see the benefits. And I'm saying this to encourage you to keep going, because on a day-to-day basis, you don't see the difference. You don't feel like saving money here and saving money there, or putting £10 into a high interest account, once a month makes a difference. But you zoom out, and 3 years later, you have almost £50,000 more money than you did 3 years ago, and you don't notice it. It's just the best feeling ever, and it's a journey. Personal finance is so personal, but it really is a journey, and it's a long-term journey. Investing is such a long-term thing. It's only really when you get a few years down the road where you can look back and actually see the difference. And it's really difficult at the start to have money going out where you feel like you could be spending it on other things. But then you get 3 years down the road and you actually start seeing the results, and it is 100% worth it. And I know my 65-year-old self is going to just thank me a million times over. So how have we actually been able to do this? Bear in mind, we've got a brand new kitchen, we're decorating the house, we've got new cars, new to us, not brand new. And we just had our first baby, and babies are very expensive. So I have 5 top tips about how you can be financially savvy and financially responsible and sustainable, so that you too can increase your net worth. Well, number 1 is that we consistently live below our means. Not some months we do, some months we don't. No. Every single month we consistently have our bills and our spending way below our income, and we save and invest the rest. The second thing I do is I contribute as much as possible to my employee matched pension. So as I say, I put in 7%, that's the maximum I can put in for the maximum employer match for my organisation, which is 12%. I can put in more. I could put in 8, 9, 10, 11, however many percent I want, but the maximum that my employer will put in is 12%. So that's what I do. I max out that employer contribution, because essentially it's free money. They're putting in money, the government put in money, and that's how I'm able to invest £700 a month into my pension every single month, is because I let other people do the work for me. Again, another one is that I consistently budget every single month. My spreadsheet is super simple. I have it on a Google spreadsheet on my phone. I log into my banking app once a day, just check what's going in, what's coming out, update the numbers, and leave it at that, and don't have to worry about if I've got enough money or not. All the numbers are there, plain and simple, telling me I do have money left in this category, I don't have money left in this category, this bill's gone out, this bill hasn't gone out, this is how much I've got left at the end of the month for saving and investing, extra, because I save and invest money at the very start of the month. It's the first thing I do when I get paid, is I put money into savings and investments. So then anything at the end of the month goes into my buffer, or I will put it towards other things like Christmas or an emergency fund or holidays or home renovations. But the point here is that I do it consistently every single month for the last, I've been budgeting every single month for about 4 years now. It took me a good year to really find my flow and the style of budget I want, but then I do it every single day, every single month. Budget. I also consistently put my financial goals before smaller unnecessary purchases. And the final thing is that when I do spend money, I am very mindful, very intentional, and very savvy about how and what I spend my money on. So that means I always am using cashback, either a cashback reward scheme, or using my credit card, which gives me cashback, which I pay off in full every single month, so I never have any interest charge. And I'm very mindful and intentional, and I do question, do I need this? Will this bring me value? And if it does, I buy it guilt-free, because personal finance is not always about the future. Sometimes it is about enjoying your money and enjoying life right now. But for smaller little purchases that really add up to sucking money out of your life, I really try to have my big and little financial goals in my head so that I can stop unnecessary purchases and I'm actually able to reach my financial goals. So that's what I would like you to take away from this video. Decluttering, being mindful about purchases, consistently budgeting, consistently saving, consistently investing. It really starts to pay off after a few years, and you can zoom out every now and then and look back and see how far you've come. It's so worth it. You might not feel like you're making progress on a day-to-day basis, but hey, I don't either. And £43,000 later, look where we are. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found some value in it, and if you did, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed my channel and would like to see more content. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!